In the world of professional music, it takes time and dedication to establish yourself. Just ask Chris Marks, who manages to do just that while also balancing a full-time career in video production.
I don't really have a preference though. Like I would be okay with doing music full-time. I would be okay with doing content creation pretty much full-time. And I've done both at different times. They're both satisfying work to do.
We visited Chris at their home in Decatur, which also functions as their practice space, to get to know them better and learn about the challenges they have faced on their journey thus far.
I'm Chris Marks. I'm a full-time musician and video editor / camera operator.
Their relationship with music started at an early age and took some twists and turns before it crystallized into what it is today.
I never really thought that it was special or like unique or out of the ordinary, but maybe like 17, my junior year of high school, I started taking it a little more seriously. And it was honestly because my friends were taking it seriously. They kind of inspired me to take it more seriously, to get into like jazz music, improvised music, all that stuff. And as soon as I dove into that, I knew that I wanted to do this.
Since then, they've earned several opportunities to rub shoulders with many of the big names in Georgia's music scene.
I came to Atlanta in 2016, and I knew some people from Augusta. This guy named Brene and this guy named Patrick Arthur. Brene and is an amazing bass player. He's currently like touring the world with like Tedeschi Trucks band.
The most important aspect of Chris's journey was joining a music collective that focuses on composing completely improvised music, or spontaneous composition as they call it.
The thing that I was doing was sort of against the grain. The whole free improv thing, it's not really like looked down upon, it's just like different than what I was like going to school for.
Though they found a group of musicians that shared their interest in improvised music, they had to venture out on their own when they first started exploring this art.
A lot of the people that I was there with like didn't get it. I would take them to take them to Elliott Street or take them to the gallery, and it's like, they thought it was cool, but it wasn't, it's not for everybody. There was a few people that I could count on, to be on the same wavelength as me, but mostly everyone was just kind of doing the pathway that the school like laid out. It's not for everybody, I guess. It was just kind of what I fell in love with, is just this idea, this like romantic idea of like spontaneous composition, like that's what gets me out of bed in the morning, I guess.
They say the community in Atlanta has enabled and inspired them to pursue their creative endeavors.
In the past year since I've joined, there's been a really focused effort into getting this music out to people to hear. And we really want people to be able to hear it, people to be able to experience it.
Chris's community of musicians and fellow creatives provides them with emotional support as well.
That's the great thing about music scenes in general, but like the music scene in Atlanta, is that there's always people looking out for you, or the younger person or whatever. Like there's this really strong tradition with like improvised music, jazz especially, that like the older musicians help like lift up younger musicians.
Reverence, the band that Chris has been playing with for the past year, has provided Chris with an outlet for their personal expression and has also given them many exciting performance opportunities they did not have previously. We
did our first run outside of Atlanta. We went to Miami and we played 2 shows in Miami. And we're hoping to go back and do more in Miami, and we're hoping to get, just as far away as we can, like hopefully Europe someday.
For now, Decatur is just fine, as our visit transitions to a full-on jam session. Though they manage to put their time and effort into Reverence, doing so is not always easy, especially not while working another job in a creative field.
I really don't know how like feasible YouTube is for like the next 2-3 years. Like I don't know if AI content creation is just gonna like put all the YouTubers out of their job or whatever. Like I have no idea. So really, I guess you just have to plan for the worst and just kind of roll with it.
Freelance media production offers them a steady income and an enjoyable lifestyle. But this can also have drawbacks. When they focus on their job, they must sacrifice the time and effort they would put into their music.
The thing with doing music full time is there's always a trade-off. Like, the more, to make it feasible to be able to do music full time, you're eventually going to have to take opportunities that you wouldn't normally take or you don't want to take. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next, but I know that I'll figure it out.
Despite all the uncertainty, Chris is confident in their future.
I basically lucked into this situation, and I think I can count on luck again.
This is Lily Mansell for Georgia State University.